The third generation AirPods and the AirPods Pro have a lot of things in common. So how do you work out which one to get? Let's find out. Your decision is going to come down to one of three main factors: how they fit in your ears, whether or not you want noise cancelling, and price. The AirPods Pro are $250, whereas the AirPods 3 are $180. Although you can find the Pro for less than $200, especially at certain times of the year when pretty much everything gets discounted. I've put latest pricing and availability in the links in the description below, so let's get into it. To tip or not to tip? That is the question. Now, fit and comfort is a highly personal thing, especially for wireless earbuds, so it's really hard for me to tell you which one's going to work in your ears. But I will give you some general guidance and let you know what works for me, which hopefully will help you out as well. So let's talk about the AirPods Pro first. As I mentioned, interchangeable tips. Now, these ones have 3 different silicone sizes that come in the box that you can swap in and out, small, medium, and large, depending on the size of your ear canal. And you can actually go even further. I found that the silicone tips don't provide as tight or as snug of a fit as I actually want because I have really small ears and small ear canals. So I've actually switched to foam tips, and that provides a really secure fit and also the added benefit of even more passive noise cancellation because I have a tip physically blocking out a lot of sounds from the outside world. This is on top of the active noise cancellation on the AirPods Pro, which we will talk about in the sound quality section. But if you know that you don't like in-ear buds and you know that it might be a little bit uncomfortable, cause some extra pressure, you've tried it in the past and it's just not for you, don't look at the AirPods Pro. Definitely think about the AirPods 3. This is a similar premise to the AirPods first and second generation when they just rest in your ear rather than insert in your ear canal. And as a result, this might be more comfortable for certain people, but the design is a little bit different from AirPods of old. It is more contoured, and for my small ears, they actually fit more snugly inside, as you can hopefully see. The key word here though is snug. For me, I've had no issues in terms of comfort. I've been able to wear them for hours at a time with no discomfort. I've heard some people say the opposite. I also do find with the AirPods 3 that one ear fits perfectly, the other I do need to adjust just a little bit more every time I put it in, just to find that sweet spot to get the best overall sound and also for them to feel the most secure. I have run with both pairs and they do stay in well with a little bit of adjustment along the way, but really there's only one true way to find out the fit and how secure they are is the headbang test. Just pretend I'm listening to heavy metal or something. Oh. The left ear fell out on the AirPods 3. Okay, so your mileage will vary, and as I said, that was the one that always needed a little bit of adjustment. So AirPods Pro next. Oh, my head hurts. But they're still in. The stems on both of these earbuds actually work in a very similar way. They are, of course, shorter than you might be used to if you're upgrading from the original design of the AirPods. I actually find that this is advantageous, particularly for people like me with longer hair. There's less incidence of me flicking it out of my ear accidentally, but more importantly is the way you control the earbuds. It's through a force sensor. It's basically a clickable stem that you can do things like change tracks, answer calls, and play and pause music. I actually find in this case, it's the design of the AirPods Pro that come in the most handy when I am using that clickable stem, purely because the fit is just even more secure for me with that interchangeable tip. It's right in there. So when I am clicking the stem, I'm not moving the earbud around as much as when I have the AirPods 3 in, and it just naturally just dislodges a little bit when I am clicking, changing tracks and so on. For me, the most important part of any wireless earbud is of course the sound quality, and overall I was actually really surprised at how close the AirPods Pro and AirPods 3 sounded when I was listening to a range of different musical genres. For the AirPods Pro, when I was listening to tracks like The Weeknd's Blinding Lights, I did notice that it just sounded a little bit more rich and full overall than the AirPods 3. There was also a little bit more space for the vocals to breathe as well. Same too with tracks like Ariana Grande's Motive. I could actually hear that slight sibilance on her vocals a little bit more clearly on the AirPods Pro than I did on the AirPods 3. And on Fela Kuti's Water No Get Enemy, I could really hear things like the horn section and the cymbals really clearly and crisply on the AirPods Pro rather than the AirPods 3. They still sounded really good, but there just wasn't as much definition overall. In terms of bass rendition, I found the AirPods 3 really held their own against the AirPods Pro, which I was really pleased about. Tracks like Childish Gambino's Sweatpants, I could really hear the thump on both of them, and they really sounded good. Both of the earbuds have an adaptive equalizer, so that's automatically changing the sound profile and properties based on things like how the earbuds are fitting in your ears. And that's really important for something like the AirPods 3 that don't have an interchangeable seal, because bass can naturally start to escape. So the adaptive equalizer, as I mentioned, I really felt like compensated well. The other big question is noise cancellation or not. Do you want that? As I mentioned, the AirPods Pro have 2 layers of noise cancellation, if you want to think of it like that. The first is this seal that is provided through the ear tip, provides 1 layer of passive noise cancellation by blocking out some of the external sounds. But on top of that is active noise cancellation that's working to block out certain frequencies. Really helpful for things like traveling, if you do a lot of commuting, if you do plane travel, these are fantastic for use on a plane. The AirPods 3 don't have active noise cancellation, and as a result, if you are in a noisier situation, you might need to crank the volume a little bit more to hear your tunes. The AirPods Pro also have transparency mode. Now this is piping in sounds from the outside world to give you more awareness of your surroundings. The AirPods 3 don't have a transparency mode, but if you think about it, it's kind of by design because these are an open design. There's no seal, so naturally a lot more sound is coming into your ear, and you don't need a quote unquote transparency mode because it naturally has that available.
So now we're going to test the microphone quality to hear if there are any differences. I have enlisted the help of my BFF Lexy to test it out. Wait, what? I didn't sign up for this. You told me we were going to play the new Mario Party. So now you want us to have a conversation so people can hear the difference? Yeah, so it's a quiet situation recording audio on the iPhone with the microphone from each of them. Dude, where is your Switch? I bet you haven't even started the download yet. And this isn't even the OLED one. You know, other people actually said that the AirPods 3 sounded a little bit clearer compared to the ones you're wearing when we were on a phone call. Wait, you're telling me that people can really hear the difference? Sure. Look, if you just do me a solid, we'll go outside, test out the audio quality, and then we'll come back and play a game. I promise. Fine, but you better let me play as Waluigi this time because I am not playing as Bowser again. All right, let's get you outside. It's windy, there's lots of traffic, you name it. Let's see what the microphones sound like. Perfect, so you won't hear me muttering under my breath. I heard that. Anyway, the AirPods 3 use this new AAC ELD codec that's supposed to make FaceTime calls sound clearer. Cool, and I suppose you're going to boast about your acoustic mesh or something? Yeah, that's one of the things that the AirPods 3 have to reduce wind noise. Can I go now? Oh, come on, this is fun. Weirdo.
Time to dive into all of the other features that these earbuds share, and it's actually a lot. You're really not losing out on many of the other bells and whistles if you choose the 3 over the Pro, for example. Let's get into it. The first one is your voice assistant. So without naming Apple's voice assistant, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to accidentally invoke yours, but you can use hands-free control. So you say, hey, voice assistant, and you can say, send a message, play and pause music, change the volume, for example, because neither of these have a physical volume control on the earbud. The other thing you can do is have messages read aloud in your ear and reply with your voice. So that's the same on both. The other thing they also share is spatial audio. Now this is a feature that gives you a virtual surround sound experience when listening to supported music, movies and TV shows in certain apps, but I find that the AirPods Pro just sound a little bit more true to life. For something like Greyhound on Apple TV Plus, there's a scene when a torpedo is like coming right past the boat, and look, I haven't been in a situation in real life when there's been a torpedo coming past me or a ship that I've been on, but it sounded more true to life on the AirPods Pro than it did on the AirPods 3. Dynamic head tracking is another layer of spatial audio that opens up a world of being able to have the music change properties when you move your head around, for example, and it does sound very similar on both. Both of them have Find My functionality as well, so you'll be able to open up that app on your phone, see their last location, mark them as lost, get things like separation alerts, and also do nearby location tracking of your AirPods. They both pause music when you take one out of the ear. You can also use them both independently for listening to music or taking phone calls. So far, so similar for both of these in terms of overall feature set and the other bells and whistles. The one thing that is different though, that's kind of intriguing, on the AirPods 3, they have a feature that the AirPods Pro lack. It's called a skin detect sensor. It's basically measuring the refraction of light. So it's going to know if these are in your ear up against skin, as opposed to say lying on a table in your pocket and things like that. So it's going to help preserve overall battery life because they're not going to keep playing if you say just like put them down in your pocket for a moment while you're doing something else. The AirPods Pro don't have that sensor. It's kind of intriguing what else it's going to be used for on the AirPods 3. I'm thinking some fitness stuff maybe? I don't know, I don't have any insights into future plans at all, but I'm just thinking there's got to be something else that this little sensor's going to do. Battery lifetime, the AirPods 3 will get you around 6 hours of total listening time at a moderate or 50% volume. The AirPods Pro will get you closer to 5 hours with transparency mode active, or 4.5 hours with active noise cancellation, but that's Apple's number. In my real world tests, I definitely found that the AirPods Pro could get me closer to the 5-hour mark with active noise cancellation when they were brand new, straight out of the box. The cases themselves obviously have extra charge in them too. The AirPods Pro 24 hours of total charge, and there are 30 hours of total charge in the AirPods 3 case. The cases can charge wirelessly on both of them on any regular Qi wireless charging pad. Overall durability is slightly different. Let's talk about that. IPX4 rating on both of the earbuds. So that means splash and water resistant. Now the one difference in the durability overall that the AirPods 3 have that the AirPods Pro do not. See these cases? This case itself is also IPX4 rated, whereas this case is not. So there you have it. Hopefully I've given you enough information to make the call if AirPods 3 or AirPods Pro are the right choice for you. If I was making the call, I would probably choose the AirPods Pro, and that's because I really value noise cancellation, and I do like being able to change the fit of the actual earbuds with interchangeable tips, especially third-party foam ones. Super helpful for me. But I do like that the call quality on the AirPods 3 is a little bit better than the AirPods Pro in my testing. So that might be a deciding factor to sway you this way rather than this way. Thank you for watching. As I said earlier, there are useful links in the description below with latest pricing and availability, so you can check those out. And if you have any further questions for me about either of these earbuds, or you just want to sound off about, one of the tracks I was listening to, you really like it or you really don't, let me know, Twitter, Instagram, or down in the YouTube comments. I'll see you later.